Hi guys, welcome. We're going to talk today about function composition. This hopefully is something familiar to you. A couple things we're going to look at today. What to fog, so f circle g of x, and goff, g circle of f of x mean. Okay, so we're going to look at that notation, and we're going to look at a couple examples using function composition. So, oh goodness, what's going on? Here we go. Let's try this. All right, so let's look at this. Let f of x equal the square root of x squared plus 1, and g of x equals 2x minus 1. So what is f of g of 3? Well, what I want you to do is, whenever the book says f circle g of 3, I want you to automatically think, well, that's f of g of 3. And in math, we always work inside parentheses first. Unless we're solving equations, I keep doing that. So f of g of 3, okay, so this should be a 3 here. So f of g of 3, okay. So we're going to plug in 3 here. So g of 3 equals 5. If that doesn't make sense, please pause and figure it out. So this now is f of 5. That's going to fit right in here now. And f of 5 equals the square root of 26. All right, so that's what the f of g of 3 is. And I'll show you that here in a second. But keep that in mind. Remember that when you plug in 3 there, you get 26. Okay? So let's look at g of f of x. Well, that means g circle f of x. Now, I think these are better notation. They're easier to remember what they mean. But the book likes to write the fog, f circle g, and g circle f. It likes to write those. So let's do this. What is g of f of x? Well, that means we have g of, and we're going to plug in the square root of x squared plus 1. And so everywhere we see an x here, we're going to plug in square root of x squared plus 1. So this is 2 times the square root of x squared. Let's try this again. 2 times the square root of x squared plus 1 minus 1. So that's what that function is equal to. Okay? We're going to focus on f of g of x. So let's go to decimals. Here I have a, hello textbook. I have a little function set up here. Notice here's our f of x. Here's our g of x. It was the same as we had over here. Okay, same as we had here. So you can see that. All right, so what we have here is we have a couple graphs. Also, we have f of g of x. You can see it's this green graph here. Okay, and all these just are going to help me animate it. So watch what happens. I'll pause it here in a second. So watch what happens. It's coming. All right, so what's happening here, okay, in a composition of functions, let me pause it right here. Okay, so remember, we're plugging into g of x first. So here's our x value, negative 3.869. It gets plugged in here. We get this y value, negative 8.738. Well, we plug that in right here, negative 8.738, and it results in this y value from the red graph. And so notice what happens. We start with this x value at negative 3.869 and end up with this y value of 8.795. Okay, so keep watching. So as these x values move here, these y values become the x values here, and so on. Okay, so that keeps moving. And we did 3 a while ago, so I'm going to pause this when this gets to 3 roughly. That's just going to become a mess. So let's just make this equal 3. Okay, and so this is kind of hard, but you can see here, here's the 0.35. Okay, here's the 0.35. Well, then it comes over here to 5 and 5.099. Well, what's the square root of 26? That's about that 5.099. That's the answer that we got before. Okay, so it started at 3.5. can't, there we go, started at 3, 5, or then it went to 5, and then the y value there was 5099, and so that's the composition. That may not help a whole lot, but I thought it was just kind of fun to animate things. Okay, so it does show you that we get this square root of 26. All right, second type of thing we're going to look at today. Here's a function, 3x squared minus 5x plus 6 to the 7th power. We want to write this as a composition of two functions, f of g of x. Well, notice, please, that g of x is inside parentheses. And what's inside parentheses was this function right there. So we're going to write g of x equals 3x squared minus 5x plus 6. And so then what's on the outside here? Well, I believe you can tell it pretty easily. On the outside, we have f of x equals, well, we have something to the 7th power, and so that something has to be an x. And so if we put this inside here, we're putting that inside here. And so hopefully you see that this is equal to that right there. All right, so those are the two things we're going to look at today. We're going to compose functions and we're going to decompose functions. So please go to Pull Everywhere now. Use this as your f of x and g of x. I want you to answer these two questions. Give me those two values. All right, thanks for watching. I hope function compositions treat us well, and it's a good way to get started on this area of algebra. We'll see you in class.